You're watching New Kids on the Block at a time when campus politics has become national politics. After the fight between ABVP and other student organizations, the nationalism debate seems to be raging yet again as both sides take out marches and demonstrations in campuses across the country. Here's what's on the show today.
The Left-Based Students Federation of India held a rally today after ABVP demonstrated against left-sponsored violence across the country. While the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said nationalism wasn't a bad word and said elements on campuses were disturbing, who was President Mukherjee supporting when he brought up dissent on campus and patriotism? And should we be worried about Azadi posters popping up on campus? While the ABVP protested about Kerala's violence, a Madhya Pradesh RSS member offered a 1 crore rupee bounty on Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's head. Meanwhile, another left worker has been killed in Kerala in the long cycle of tit-for-tat killings in Kannur since the 1960s. Is it possible to escape this cycle of violence?
So before we go to our student leaders, let's just hear two statements that came on Thursday on nationalism and patriotism.
I am concerned with the big debate, and the big debate is that you can't allow separatism or breaking India into pieces or severing away a territory of India into some act which must find support from the mainstream. I'm concerned with that. If the fringe did it, India could live with it. If the mainstream starts indirectly strengthening this idea, that's a source of worry.
Universities are expected to attract the mighty minds in the forms of teachers and students. Each center of higher learning is expected to be the hub of intellectual exercises, free thinking, free exchange of views, free expression, which are essential to advance a nation.
So let me just introduce our student leaders today. From the Aam Aadmi Party, we have Anmol. From Left-Based ISA, we have Sucheta De. From Congress's NSUI, we have Akshay Lakra. From the ABVP, we have Prerna. We also hope to be joined by the Samajwadi Party's Ritesh Singh. So we heard both the statements. I just want to start off, Sucheta, perhaps with you, on this debate on nationalism, which we saw in JNU last time round. It's raging yet again, and now many more. Last time around also we heard central leaders talking about it. Now many other leaders are all talking about it. What do you think about the statements that we heard from both the leaders and others?
Look, Arun Jaitley said that, no one should be allowed to propagate breakaway of the nation. Now, if the nation consists of its diverse people, it's not a theory of continental drift that one piece of land is, going to jump towards the Bay of Bengal. National unity is based on the unity of the diverse people of India. National unity will have to be based on recognizing equal rights for the diverse people of India. And Indian nationalism, as we know, has emerged through anti-colonial struggle, and the basic tenets of Indian nationalism will have to be, unity of people to defend the sovereign decision-making power of Indian nation for its own people. Now, the BJP is diametrically opposite, diametrically against these two basic tenets of Indian nationalism. The BJP doesn't believe in the unity of Indian people, and that is why, this discourse, this language of Ram.
Do you want to respond to that? Sucheta is saying that the ABVP talking about the other and creating this other within. How do you
She
respond?
is talking about that BJP and other parties are not letting the unity in India, right? They are not letting the unity establish in India. Firstly, what they are doing right now is they know that they are lagging behind their ideology is getting, finished in the campus or anywhere. So what they are doing now, they are using academic front. They are using this so-called intellectualism, and on the name of intellectualism.
You're saying because ABVP has been winning on in Delhi University and
lacking on
yeah,
intellectual.
that's what you're talking about.
Yes, sure. They talk about intellectualism. They talk about that, yes, we do support feminism. I do not see any women empowerment thing that...
Can I ask you, Prerna, their pictures went viral of the fights that happened, and we saw Sucheta's here right now. We saw Sucheta being attacked. Has it always been like this on campus, or have things become so different on campus now that you can't live with each other anymore?
Madam, the violence started from their side first. Even I was molested in that thing, when that clash broke out, you know, students from the left wing, they started, you know, tearing the clothes apart. If it had been about the ABVP Gundaism,
okay,
you know, we wouldn't have been getting attacked. Every girl, even I guess like 10 girls, we have got our MLCs done, we have been attacked, we have got injuries. They tore our clothes apart, then they are talking about that, yes, they got attacked. Nobody showed the other side of the thing.
Akshay, is it so bad now that campuses, you can't have different ideologies on campuses anymore, peacefully coexist?
Basically, what ABVP is using is, they are using nationalism as a cheap substitute to patriotism. I hope you get my point. Chanting Bharat Mata ki Jai and Vande Mataram, okay, we also do that. I also support my Bharat Mata, but my Bharat Mata is carrying a Tiranga Janda, not saffron flag. She is our Bharat Mata, who was part of our independence struggle. She is not Manusmriti, which you have been.
Everybody will stay quiet. Everybody will stay quiet when you say
Please tell her a difference between debate and argument.
Please tell her a difference. Just let him finish, yeah.
So basically, universities are a good platform to discuss things. Okay, we need academic spaces, we need to talk about issues. But as far as when Subramanian Swamy is invited by ABVP on Ram Mandir issue, it is freedom of speech. But even when a professor from JNU is invited to KMC, or any other person is invited from KMC, let us not get into what is charge sheeted, what is accused of.
Okay.
Where does the freedom of speech goes? It is not about freedom of speech on the side of ABVP, it is about freedom of violence. Why can't 10 people of ABVP can't be controlled by the Delhi Deputy Commissioner of Police? Jatin Narwal was there, ACP was there, SHO was there. Let me complete. It is a big issue because girls were molested in front of the police. Girls were molested in front of the police.
Why is it a big issue when Umar Khalid is stopped?
When
the president APJ
Open rioting on the streets of the national capital is not a big issue.
Madam,
teachers getting hospitalized.
Why aren't you protesting for Shazia Ilmi?
What Umar Khalid? We are talking about
Shazia Ilmi was the same. Shazia Ilmi was the same leader.
Now they won't protest. But
Shazia Ilmi was the same leader.
I have to go to Anmol now. Anmol, are you happy that the CYSs, the Aam Aadmi Party's wing, wasn't so involved in student politics because of how it's become?
What your party is doing
That is a part
Okay.
of the
She's
debate.
debating from the
Prerna,
topic.
one second.
Her
Just
topic isn't clear, I
let's
guess.
have everybody speaking. Yeah, go ahead. Anmol, are you happy that CYSs actually isn't that much of a presence on campus yet? Has it become really vicious now?
See, the kind of atmosphere they have created, the BJP-led government in ABVP, I think they seem to be convinced that they have a monopoly over nationalism. They, in the name of nationalism...
so it's ABVP versus the rest?
Yeah, it's ABVP
Right
versus
now
the
it is
common students.
RSS versus India.
In
And
DU
India will have to
also,
win.
you might have seen the crowd, swelling crowd in the rally, which was organized on 28th. And there are 48 reported incidents of ABVP creating ruckus, and they are trying to curb the freedom of speech and expression. We do not support the ones who raise slogans against our country.
Okay.
But in the name of that, you can't restrain the freedom of speech and expression.
In yesterday's ABVP's rally, there was a poster.
Yeah.
Urdu mein naare lagane walon se azadi. Now this is their nationalism.
Sujit, I have to ask you.
And they also...
Please show that picture. Show that picture.
The problem,
and firstly, you do not have any proof that ABVP is supporting such kind of things. Firstly, we do advocate freedom of speech. Until and unless it talks about the separatism of the country, you talk about Bharat.
Was
before we
Hindu Rashtra.
Okay.
Saurabh Sharma, the ex-JNSU Joint Secretary, tweeted a few days back that India would have become a Hindu Rashtra if JNU wasn't there. So this is their nationalism.
And
Indian
what kind
constitution
But
doesn't.
Sujit, I have to ask you this, because the police acted on this. Is it a problem to have that poster saying Azadi for Kashmir?
If that is a problem, you know,
Or are
to
we
say,
also
then it is also
for
a
it
problem
to
to say
exist?
that Muslims are a threat to the nation, which has been there in JNU. Then it is also a problem to, you know, by a ABVP leader to say that India should become a Hindu Rashtra.
Okay.
What I am saying, there are diverse views.
I
We
understand.
disagree. we disagree with these views, but
Yeah,
let
Akshay,
posters
go
be
ahead.
answered to
Okay.
posters. And
Yeah, Akshay, very
First
quick.
of all, I want to put up this point. We all know that in colleges we have students from undergrad and postgrad as well. We are having professors, we organize seminar, talk shows, etc.
Yeah.
But abusing the nation or causing any harm or, saying things in the name of freedom of expression is just not justified. We are totally against it. We are all part of India. We are proud to be an Indian.
Right.
First of all, nation is first. But if you want to impose your ideology and saying that you are wrong, so there has to be a difference between how you debate, how you discuss, rather than, the moment you hit someone, you lose the argument.